Woo! Bouncy church.
The four horsemen of the apocalypse. Now, it's a bit misleading saying of the apocalypse because they have already been, and they were apocalyptic events, you must admit, but I'm going to go over those now. And of all the events in world history, these would be the most likely to appear in the book of Revelation. And guess what? They do. The four horsemen. Number one. I initially thought Nero. It was the best I could do at the time. I don't know why I didn't come up with it in the first place. Napoleon. Yeah? Just before World War One, Second Horseman, Great Depression, Third Horseman, and World War Two, Fourth Horseman. And these were serious apocalyptic events. And I think I've got it. They were the biggest events in world history, the most likely to appear. And the fourth horseman, the Bible says, will control a fourth, there it is, a fourth of the world. I'll just find that. And it doesn't mean that he will kill a fourth of the population. It's not worded like that. Yes. King James Version. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. Yeah, so they were given power over a fourth part of the earth. And there's no way of measuring that, there's just no way of doing it. So I had a look, okay, at the countries involved in World War II, and it was almost the whole world. So, okay, that's not a fourth. But I don't see how we can measure this. One thing I want to go over, notice that these four horsemen of the apocalypse, they're supernatural horsemen, angels, just like the rest of Revelation, okay? The angels make volcanoes erupt, okay? The angels separate the mountains and islands from their places, yeah? The angels cover the sky in darkness and blot out the sun, so that no one can see the stars and the moon and the sun and so on. Okay. And in Revelation chapter 6, the angels are the 4 horsemen. They're not literal horsemen. Okay, one of them is Napoleon, the first one, hence the crown on his head, signifying an actual king, a ruler. But the other 3 horsemen don't have crowns on their heads. Yeah, interesting that. And this is how I was able to determine the first horseman. When it said crown, I was like, keyword, this guy's going to be a king. But there's no crowns on the others, so we're not looking at kings there. And what's interesting is, many say the first, that's what I love it, the first horseman is supposed to be the Antichrist. Well, guess what? That's exactly who he was. Yeah? Napoleon, the Antichrist of his time, the butcher, as Nostradamus calls him. And he was definitely an Antichrist. Okay. As I said before, in a previous video, he captured Pope Pius VII, yeah, locked him up, because he wouldn't meet his demands. Yeah. He wouldn't give him total control and magnify him. In fact, he did the opposite. Yeah, he excommunicated the tyrant. Yeah, and that's the reason why he locked him up, because the Pope excommunicated Napoleon. So there we go, the first horseman. The second, the red horse. Oh, get it, I mean, it couldn't be a better description, okay, of the First World War. A red horse, okay, a bloody war, the First World War, yeah? And it was given power to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Yeah? First World War. Peace taken from the earth. Okay? And that they should kill one another. The whole earth. Notice it says, take peace from the earth. World War. Yeah? I know I'm right. Okay? Oh, it's the way you interpret it. No. This is a perfect definition of Napoleon, World War I, the Great Depression, and World War II. It's not how I interpret it. Right. Let's carry on. Sorry, but you know, I want to teach this stuff and people won't let me because they're like, oh, well, it's your interpretation.